Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm back with another Sketchy Tuesday. I have really been enjoying these little Sketchy Tuesdays. They're just a lot of fun for me. So today I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing some plant studies in my sketchbook based on some of my plants that I have in my studio. I already had done this little rose on my sketchbook and from the botanical gardens, and so I thought it would be nice to kind of fill this page up with some more plants, especially plant studies from real life. So for me, in terms of my studies, I tend to be kind of like very loose. I don't tend to focus on necessarily photorealism, but I really enjoy painting from life and looking at all the different colors and textures that you see in real life. So something I'm super excited about in this video is I got the Denise Soden Da Vinci palette for my birthday. And if you don't know who Denise is, her YouTube username is In Liquid Color, and she is one of the most talented watercolorists on this platform. She is such a great watercolor. She has so many wonderful tips for learning watercolor. She really knows what she's talking about. And her channel is just great, so make sure you go check it out. But she did this palette with Da Vinci. And my mom actually got it, and she wouldn't stop raving about it. She was so excited. She thought it was such a good palette. And so I was like, well, I want it, and I want to support Denise. And it was just really cool to see a YouTuber be able to create something just so real. I just think that's so cool. That's a collaboration. You've created something that other people can create with, and that is so exciting, and I'm so happy for her. But this is a really cool palette because it's an earth-friendly palette. So I was watching her video on this, and she put so much thought into this palette. So it's vegan. It has 24 half pans. They're all hand poured. They're made in Southern California in the US, which is really cool. And like I said, they're all vegan. And one of the things that she was talking about that I had never really thought of as an artist was she intentionally avoided the use of cadmium, cobalt, manganese, and nickel pigments. And the reason for that is that she wanted to focus heavily on environmental impact and sustainability. So every pigment that she put into her palette, she tried to balance its environmental impact with creating a functional palette. And the issue with cadmium, cobalt, manganese, nickel, the heavy metal pigments, is they can be toxic. Generally, when they're in paint form, they're totally fine, but you can get them on your skin or ingest them, and they can be toxic that way. And then at the end of your painting session, you're kind of rinsing a lot of those heavy metals down the drain, and those drains do run straight to the sewers and our waterways, and that can be really negatively impactful on the environment. So I had just never really thought of that, and it sounds very obvious, and I do try to be quite a sustainable person in my own life, but I'd never really thought about it too much in terms of art supplies, especially the pigments and how certain pigments might have an effect on the environment. And I think art is one of those things where sustainability is something that can be definitely hard to balance, and there's definitely a lot that we could do as artists that would increase sustainability of art supplies. I mean, the first thing that comes to my head is just packaging in art supplies can be insane. There's so much plastic waste that could be easily replaced with cardboard. And even just someone pointed out in my gelato video a few weeks ago about how much plastic waste there was in those gelatos because they were each in a little plastic container, because you could expand them out, rotate it, and retract it. I always forget the word for that, but they pointed out there was so much plastic waste, and I was like, wow, I didn't even think about that. And then I was just annoyed at myself for not thinking about that. But looking around my studio, I see so much potential waste and so much room to create more sustainability. And I think it's really awesome when I see an artist or a YouTuber or anyone be passionate about something and really think about those things. And I really love when it makes me think about those things, and then I can kind of share them with you, and we can all think about the things. And so I wanted to ask you guys, what you feel about sustainability in art. Where are the areas that we can focus on and improve? Obviously, I feel like recycling is a huge one. We go through so much paper, plastic, all of that is just such a, an integral part of art. And I think a lot of it could be switched with recycling or with kind of more reusable packaging, like Denise was talking about, like the use of heavy metals, just kind of maybe minimizing those, or just being more careful with how you dispose of them. I know that back when I was in the YouTube Artist Collective, we did a whole kind of like theme of endangered animals, and for that I focused on the palm oil problem, and my sister helped me actually, and she did the voiceover. My sister, she has a major in zoology, and she's super passionate about conservation and animals, and it was really interesting for me to hear her speak on it in such an educated way. I had known about it before, but that video really helped educate me even more. And actually all the proceeds from that video and from the sale went to the Orangutan Foundation, which was really cool. And I would love to do something like that again, because I don't know, it was really exciting to do something that felt like it had more meaning beyond just drawing or just like making pretty pictures. One of the things that I really love in my YouTube channel, if you haven't noticed, is I really have a big focus on education. Education is really important to me. I really love to teach you guys about art, focusing on, I think I mostly focus on like more beginners and then amateurs, but I love teaching and I love sharing my thoughts and maybe helping people. Like that makes me so happy. So I think that that's something that's really cool to expand to the other areas that you're passionate about. So I just want to thank Denise for making such a great palette and focusing on that sustainability. I think that's really exciting, and I'm really glad that I was able to think more about this kind of stuff and question a little bit more my own practices. The palette, by the way, is great. It's so pretty. Like, I love every single color in it. It has such beautiful greens, and the colors are so pigmented. I haven't tried it on watercolor paper yet. This is just in my sketchbook, but I was so pleased by it. I totally lived up to my expectations, and she really did create like a wonderful palette. This is not like a review or a sponsored thing or anything of Denise's palette. I was just like, I want to talk about this because it fits with the plants, and I tried her palette and I'm super psyched about it. It was a great birthday present. Thanks, Mom. So yeah, I have been working on some of these like studies of plants, and these are two of my plants. I have this cactus, and I have another, this is my second pothos baby. Technically I have 3 pothos, and then I made 2 pothos babies, and this is a more recent one that I made for my actual desk. And I thought it would be good to do some studies of plants because I'm trying to do more studies. I just think it is really important to draw from life. And it's really, I like to draw from life when I have no ideas also. Like if I'm really struggling on ideas, like just put something in front of you and draw it. Boom, you have an idea. So I'm trying to go to studies when I'm just not sure of the direction that I want to go in, because it's really great practice and you don't have to think as much, which I appreciate. So this sketchbook is actually getting pretty close to being finished. This is one of the last pages in the sketchbook, and if you can see all those post-it notes that are stuck in, those are pages that have things on them that I want to either complete, or they're blank pages that I want to fill up before I do my sketchbook tour. And usually at the very end of a sketchbook, I kind of do this. I go back through and I kind of make sure that all the pages are finished. Sometimes I'll seal graphite with watercolor and things like that. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So basically, expect a sketchbook tour very soon, hopefully within the next week or so, week or two. I am just trying to get these last ones done. I've already bought my new sketchbook, so I think next Sketchy Tuesday might, at some point there's going to be a Sketchy Tuesday relating to that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. This was a little rambly, but it was nice to talk about sustainability and art, and it was really nice to play with Denise's palette. I really loved it, and you guys should definitely give it a look if you like watercolors, if you like sustainability, if you like beautiful earth tones. Go check it out, and go check out Denise's channel. She's insanely talented and her work is gorgeous, and I promise you, you will not regret it even a little bit. That's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think about this topic, sustainability in art. What are your thoughts? I really want to know, and I really want to start a conversation down below. So let me know. That's it. Love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. And as always, have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.